back to Business and Politics. We're talking to Romel, one of EVAP. Well, you're also as a president of PHUV, and you're right in the thick of the modernization of jeepneys. Now, I want to tie that in with our discussion on electrification, but before that, where is that now? The modernization of the jeepneys.
It's still ongoing, no?
Okay.
You know, it was full throttle during the Duterte administration, and actually, I have to give him credit. It was really President Duterte
who got things going.
You know, before that, the past administrations just couldn't, no? But with President Duterte, it was so decisive. Sabi niya, okay, we will implement this, and it was implemented, no? Of course, yung full implementation wherein hindi na bibigyan ng i-renew registration ng all the jeepneys, hindi pa nangyayari yun. But of course, kasi hindi pa rin naman available lahat, no?
Yeah.
Medyo nagkakaroon ng wait and see, chicken and egg ngayon, eh, no?
Okay.
Because the LGUs are still fixing all their routes, yung route rationalization nila.
I see.
And without that, the co-ops cannot get their LOG, yung letter of guarantee, which they will use to get the loan from Land Bank and DBP. No?
Okay.
So yun yung mga nagkakaproblema. Kailangan matapos muna yun, ganyan. Tas yung mga, pero marami ng co-ops na talagang nakapila, na nag-a-apply, ganyan. So yun na lang yung medyo hinihintay. And then syempre yung manufacturers, tinitingnan muna ilan ba yung demand talaga. No? Kung ilan lang yung demand, yun lang yung ipapasok namin na chassis. No? At saka kung meron talagang order, oo. Ayan. So, of course, when it all started, sabi ni Secretary Tugadi dati, 300,000 yan, kailangan gawin nyo na lahat yan. No? We did, no? The manufacturers did. There are a lot of kumbaga, distributors who are in the game, no? There's Hino, Isuzu Fuso, Hyundai, Photon, Otokid, yan. And then the bodybuilders are the ones like Centro, Almasora, Hino does their own bodies also, make the bodies for this. It's a huge industry actually. And yung ABMAP lang, no? The Automotive Body Manufacturers Association of the Philippines, we employ about 3,000 workers. So just imagine how many workers, and it can grow pa as the demand grows, no? It will be employed. So pag ito mag full swing, kasi from what I know, it's only mga 5,000 pa lang.
Out of, what's the volume? What's the
300 ang sinabi nila dati. Yung running before was about 300,000.
Is that nationwide? No?
Nationwide, kasama yung mga colorum.
Okay.
But the figure is closer to 190,000 daw talaga. Especially now that the routes are rationalized na.
Okay.
So, definitely may magbabago dun sa mga routes. Yung mga high volume, gagawing bus na lang talaga. And then, of course, nagkakaroon na tayo ng subway and yung mga rail-based transport that they're developing now. But definitely, it's moving and people are seeing na kailangan talaga. No? To me, the beauty of the modernization is really for the riding public.
Okay.
Because you really see that they prefer the modern jeepneys. Kasi aircon siya, convenient siya, mas safe siya. And that's what really, what we were after naman when we pushed for the PUV modernization. We were part of the technical working group. Tinanggal namin yung entrance sa likod kasi delikado naman talaga yun, no? Nilagay sa side yung entrance, and then yung mga spaces niya sinukat namin talaga, yung door kailangan ganito, yung height kailangan ganito, yung length kailangan ganito. So it's all for safety and for what is needed for the riding public of the Filipinos, kung ano yung kailangan talaga nila. So ngayon makikita mo pag nakapila yung mga jeepney at may isang modern jeepney, hihintayin ng tao yung modern jeepney. Doon sila sasakay talaga. And you know, there's an argument na, paano ba kikitain ang mahal-mahal? No?
Yes.
Sabi nila, mga 1.2, 1.4 million daw yung isang modern jeepney. I think you have to talk to the current co-ops talaga. No? Like, I heard si Kaobet, yan, na nagsasalita siya. Sabi niya, itong siya na meron siyang mga drivers na examples na talagang they are making money already, no? So, I guess it's still resistance to change, di ba? Siyempre, yung old way is really to protect your franchise. Kasi I was able to get this franchise, so po-protect ko to, akin lang to, ganyan.
Pero do they risk losing that by modernizing?
Yes, kasi pag mag-modernize na, the franchise is no longer given to an individual.
I see.
It's given to a co-op. It's given to cooperative, which makes more sense because
I understand.
You have to have the economies of scale for maintenance, for fleet management.
Right.
Kung wala yun, wala ka na naman pera pang maintain.
Right.
Vicious cycle. Kaya nga nabulok yung mga old jeepneys natin is because of that old system. No?
Right.
And what we're also trying to fix is the dangerous practice of the jeepney drivers driving for 16, 18 hours.
Okay.
No? Running after their boundary.
Right.
Kasi may boundary system, diba?
Right.
So pag hindi sila maka-boundary, hindi sila kikita.
Right.
So what we're trying to do with the PUV modernization is, yung mga drivers will work 8 hours na yung tamang trabaho lang. And will have benefits and will work minimum wage no, for them to survive, no? Kasi siyempre yung dating sistema sa sinasabi ng drivers minsan, laki ng kita ko, mga 1,200 a day. But what they don't realize is that's an 18-hour day.
They almost don't sleep. Yeah.
So hindi yan 8 hours. Pero lugi ka pa rin, 'di ba? And of course, efficiency-wise, the old jeepneys, nakita mo naman, kung tumakbo yan, tabing diba? Yung gulong, pudpud na. No? It runs siguro mga 3 kilometers to a liter. Diba? 3 to 4 kilometers to a liter. Tapos, yung makina niyan, every day lalagyan ng bagong langis. Di ang mahal-mahal i-maintain. Diba? That's why I believe that the newer PUVs now are making money because they're much, much more efficient. Diba?
So it's not only good for the riding public, but it also allows the operators or the group of operators to earn more.
To earn more,
You mentioned a while ago about the LOG. I mean, that you brought up the financing issue. Is there something else that the government could do to maybe, maybe to hasten that process? Siguro, kasi di ba parang when I hear about
yung bottleneck.
That's the bottleneck.
Yun yung bottleneck. Dapat talaga, I guess, that bottleneck in the LGUs, yun lang yung kailangan maayos. And it differs from LGU to LGU. So maybe what the LTFRB can do is fix that system. No? I don't know how right now. Pero pag maayos lang yun, kasi dati alam ko si Chairman Chuck ng LTFRB, pag merong isang LGU na humingi ng tulong sa kanya, tatawagin niya LGU, gagalaw yun. So, siguro hindi naman niya pwede tawagan lahat.
All the LGUs. We were talking earlier about electrification, about EVs. Is there a convergence there, you think? Pwede bang pasukan ng electric motor yung modern jeepneys natin?
It's exciting because I think by November this year, there will be a PhilApex show. The PhilApex show is the show that is organized by the BOI and the Philippine Parts Maker Association. This is headed by Ferdy Raquel Santos. And they will be showcasing this electric PUVs na.
Oh, wow.
No? So yun, excited ako doon kasi technology-wise, yun yung kulang. When we started making jeepneys, electric jeepneys dati, puro mga 14-seaters lang yung nagagawa namin. And mostly it's like a tourist tourist vehicle na nagagawa namin. Tapos lead-acid lahat ng baterya. So we would have like 14 lead-acid batteries. Bukod sa mabigat, the range is not so long, no? But with these lithium-ion batteries now, mahaba ng range. Kaya mo na mag 150, 250 kilometer range, no? Pag magkaroon na nun, that's the only time na magiging feasible ang electric PUVs sa Pilipinas. And I believe that once it gets introduced, it will be accepted.
How far are we from that, you think? Are we years ahead? I mean, years
I think years
away or
pa.
decades or
Fearless forecast, siguro mga 5 taon ang development nito. Kasi pag i-launch yung mga sasakyan na yan, makikita, ipipresent, and then of course there will be LGUs who will say, oh, I want that. I want that in my ano. It's happening right now. Actually, in General Santos, our member, Tojo Motors, has supplied more than 100 jeepneys, PUVs in Gensan. Kaya lang yung sizes, I think, not so big yet. Ano? Parang 18-seater, 16-seater. Meron silang konting 22-seaters yata. Pero ang hinihintay ko is yung talagang mag-mainstream na to. No?
Yeah.
So, wait for October. October, November. And then, yun, baka ma-introduce na yan.
Yeah.
And then, ang importante niyan ay ma-introduce sa isang LGU and they will have charging stations there or maybe swapping stations. And then, it will work out.
Are you doing something in the area of tricycles, mga e-trikes, kanyan? Is that part of your, ano?
Yeah. In the show, in the EV Summit in SMX, October 19 to 21, promotion again. There will be electric motorcycles and electric tricycles as well. Yeah.
And then, is that an easier problem to solve, you think? Because at least may mga toda na ano, di ba? Most of the
I think medyo mahirap ang tricycles because it's been tried. Medyo
I think
mahirap.
you've gone in or you looked into it, no?
Yeah. There was an ADB program years back in 2012 that was introduced with the DOE. They produced about 3,000 electric tricycles by BMAC. It's a Japanese company that set up here. Kaya lang it ended up parang dinistribute na lang ng DOE sa mga LGUs. In Manila, it's working. In Manila, they have like 50 units yata that are really used for public transport there. Pero medyo mahirap kasi ingrained na talaga yung tricycle culture and medyo ang hirap pumasok. And basically, ang pinopromote na rin ng DOTR are the PUVs. Kasi syempre, the PUVs are really more efficient in terms of public transport in volume. Kasi yung tricycle, mabagal pa nga, it causes traffic diba? Parang ganyan. But I'm seeing that electric scooters, electric motorcycles will have a huge market in the Philippines. Yan ang malaki.
Alright, well, please stay tuned. We're talking to Romel Juan of EVAP. This is Business of Politics. We'll be right back.